is the North End. This is the North End.
Hey guys, JP California coming at you guys. Beautiful Sunday evening. That's why I'm in my dining room and not outside with the beautiful weather. It was nice and warm today, and I was out busy doing work and chores and going around doing some Christmas shopping. I hope everyone's preparing for the winter holidays. But us here at the North End YouTube channel cannot forget about the important EPL games that are going to be taking place. And one that happened today was Aston Villa's come from behind win against Brentford. But before we get into the good, the bad, and the ugly, please like and subscribe. Click all the buttons down below. Give us 10 comments. That's all we're looking for. Even if it's you just counting down 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up till 10. That'd be swell. Guys, you guys are killing it with the views from all my Villa supporters. I'm blessed to have you guys watching. Did not think I'd be getting anywhere near this when I started helping out just over a year ago, and the numbers are just continually growing. So thank you guys. Thank you. Let's get into it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Aston Villa versus Brentford. The good is an away win. An away win is crucial for Aston Villa right now. To start remedying that, getting that away win was key. Beating Tottenham at Tottenham was really important, but we seem to struggle against some of these lower sides when we're away from home. So getting this win against a very tough home team in Brentford was clutch. That actually puts us up into the 6th or 7th best away record for the season, because we all know Aston Villa's home record is just incredible. So to get that away points is super helpful and will really help to further our separation from the rest of the pack, and hopefully end up with Aston Villa in the top 4 or top 5. I definitely think top 5 is doable. I think top 4 is doable, but you can't get top 4 with a bottom 10 away form. So getting that away win today was crucial, especially with our next away game being Manchester United. We struggle at Old Trafford. I don't know how that's going to end up. That is our next away game on Boxing Day, which is a great Boxing Day game. But until then, this is going to tide us over for that. We do have Sheffield United coming up at the weekend, on Friday. But that's a home game, and Aston Villa do well at home. So I hope Villa can continue it. But those 3 points away today were crucial to helping us solidify that top 4. And hopefully we can use this to push on into January. Let's get into the bad. The bad is Kamara picking up a red card in like the 94th minute. And because it looks like it's going to be a violent offense red card with him putting his hands on other players' throats, that's an automatic 3-game suspension. So he's going to be missing Manchester United. He's going to be missing Sheffield away. He's going to be missing the third game that I don't remember who it is. But missing Kamara for 3 games is kind of brutal for us. He is serious quality. Well, I know John McGinn can step in. We don't really have the greatest center mid backups. We have good left backs. We're seeing that we have 3 very capable center backs. We have left midfielders or right midfielders. We got changes up top. We don't have changes in the midfield. Unai Emery doesn't really trust Leander Dendoncker, and I totally expect him to be leaving, if not in January, then in the summer. But losing Kamara is kind of a terrible thing at a terrible time when we really need the extra bodies. This is going to weigh on the legs of John McGinn and Dougie Luiz. So we'll see how this plays out. On the flip side, Kamara gets a really nice 3-game break, hopefully meaning when he comes back, he is fresh, he is ready to go, and he can hit the ground running, because he's not going to be missing that much considering those 3 games come in about the span of a week. So hopefully he's not super rusty and he's going to do well. Let's get into the ugly. The ugly today, which is hard to find because Villa did have a sweet come from behind win, is going to be that second goal. Clearly, Ollie Watkins was upset about something from one of the fans. and post-game comments was that he respects Brentford, he respects Brentford's fans, he respects the coaching staff, he respects everything at Brentford, but he singled out a fan, and that's why he was literally pointing at him and saying some stuff back to fans, and that's why it kind of kicked off. There was a little bit of contention there in the goal after the second goal, because he basically stated that he felt he was being abused by this Brentford fan. And there's reports that the Brentford fan was saying abusive stuff about his mother or his wife. That's just like an ugly part of the game. And I'm not going to say it just happens, right? It does happen. It shouldn't happen. A player should never feel like someone's berating them to the point of like, all right, this is harassment. I always love banter, right? And I love like guys that are serious about it. And I love guys that are, that get under the skin of each other. I love like that nitty gritty part of the game. You know, when I played, I never had that in me, but now as I get older, I kind of do sometimes. But to the point that a professional player breaks character, someone who's been taught how to deal with social media and how to behave themselves during the games, and for him to break that character and isolate one fan out, that fan must have been saying some really terrible things. And so for me, that is an ugly part of the game. And that was honestly probably the worst part of the game, was knowing that he was triggered by someone. So what they were saying was obviously beyond what a fan should be doing. And the fact that Aston Villa are asking the police to step in and intervene and get involved, then you know it's kind of an ugly situation. I hope that fan is suspended or indefinitely removed from Brentford. And I don't say that lightly, but there is a point in which you are no longer a fan. Even though you pay money, you can go and you can say stuff and you can shout stuff. But when you start making it personal, when it gets racist, when it gets abusive, that needs to stop. And that has to be what is the line. And I am very firm on quick, swift, aggressive punishment. So fans like that, they should just be banned for life. They don't need them, right? Chelsea's had several issues with racist behavior from their fans. Ban them. You don't need them. You don't need them, right? The abuse that players got from England over the summer, ban them. You don't need them. Get rid of them. And honestly, you should ban those type of people from any soccer game, period, right? I know they have to do an ID check and when they buy tickets, and if a guy comes up on the no purchase list, he doesn't get a purchase at any club, because we just don't need those people at the game. We don't. And there's a lot of really good banter, right? There's a lot of good interaction. Neil Maupay, who is just kind of a little snake and a rat, he was getting a lot of stick from the Villa fans, and rightly so. He's kind of just a flop and a cheat. But that's banter, and the Villa fans were getting under his skin. But that's because he can't score against us. So go after him, throw him off his game. But you can't cross the line and make it personal. You can't go after someone's family. That's messed up. So that was the ugly point for me. So the good is the away win. Aston Villa get a solid away win. The bad is Boubacar Kamara gets a red card and is probably suspended the next 3 games. And the ugly was Oli Watkins' fan incident, I would call it. Guys, this is JP California here with the North End YouTube channel. We love and appreciate your support constantly, so please like and subscribe. Click all the buttons. Let's get 10 comments. And Villa fans, I know you're watching. You guys are on it. Let's go, Villa. Let's go.
This is the North End. This is the North End.